Welcome back to another episode of Blissful Beings. We are your hosts, Janine and Dr. Mel. And luckily, we are back and live to do another episode, which is very nice.
Yeah, it's our annual Columbus Day pumpkin picking. We do it every year with the family. Janine flew back from Houston and I drove down from Connecticut. We're in the backyard of our parents' house.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we wanted to capture this episode about cultivating calm. We feel like it just resonates as such a profounding topic that I think we just don't realize enough how reactive we can be in our everyday lives. And there are techniques to allow yourself to be calm under any circumstance.
For sure. And I think just like defining reaction, right? Of kind of like responding to things that are out of a place of like anger or immediate, like, triggers.
Yeah.
Triggers are a good definition of it, of just like being triggered and coming from not a place of calmness. And sometimes all it takes is quick mindfulness or breathing exercise to kind of come back into that state of coming from calmness and just delivering what would be a proper response rather than a triggered egoic response.
Right. So like what she's explaining, it's like a dysregulation. It's like when you're out of alignment. And like when you're feeling those anticipations of stress and you react to it without taking a step back or a moment before you answer to a situation. So like this morning, I got a call from my sister. She was having some severe abdominal pain, and in that moment, you have fear of her health, her well-being. And I could have instilled my fear of her being ill or getting hurt and put it more on her, causing her more stress.
Yeah.
But instead, I chose to take a deep breath. How would I handle this situation if I was in her shoes? I would love to get checked out, right? So I had a game plan, a premeditated plan to help the situation. Yes, help advise the situation.
And a lot of times it only does take that one person to act calm and cultivate the calmness. And they put it in a lot of times like a perspective of airplanes, right?
Yeah.
And, turbulence or something. If you're sitting next to someone freaking out, it kind of heightens your nervous system.
Right.
Because the people around you are then nervous or fearful. But if you're, say, for instance, next to a pilot that's flying and he's in a pilot shirt and he's just sitting there calm, you probably are going to feel more calm and know that it's just like a slight turbulence and it will pass. So sometimes, being able to cultivate the calmness and being that steadiness in the room that other people need.
Oh my God.
And being a leader.
Ripple effect.
Yeah. Being a leader and someone who is carrying my team and things arise in my business all the time. I do find myself being like, Janine, you need to be the one that grounds, that cultivates the calmness, that is okay with any challenge that comes our way. Otherwise, the whole company will be a reflection.
Yeah. What does it do? What does it do if I'm going to be angry or say, oh my God, you got to go do this now? Like, what does that do to the entire ripple effect of your team? It makes everybody else anxious. And you can't think with clarity.
Yeah.
When you're anxious or trying to move forward too quickly, you can get things done slow.
Yeah.
But more efficient.
And I don't even want to keep going down this rabbit hole because it really is such a rabbit hole. But like they do say like 95% of the visits at ERs and emergency type settings are just stress related.
Oh, yeah.
So a lot of times these, patients or people coming to visit are just stressed. They're fearful. They're on Google. They're getting themselves worked up thinking there's a bigger issue.
Yeah.
they just are looking for validation from someone that will cultivate the calmness, like a doctor, like a nurse.
Yes.
But a lot of instances, they're just there to say you're okay. Like you could go home.
Right.
And ease that for them.
If you do a meditative practice, when you're feeling this stress or heart palpitations, I always do this with my patients before sending them back to the hospital. If their heart rate is too high or their blood pressure is too low, I make sure they get hydration. A lot of times it's dehydration. So I make sure they're drinking water and then I have them sit in a nice calm space and we do some breath work. And then I retake those vitals over again before I will send them back. Because like you said, Janine, it's anxiety a lot of the times that can cause a lot of pains throughout the body, physical pains, severe physical pain throughout the body, like chest pain or belly pain can come from a heightened stress response.
Yeah, and I think it's just like your thoughts, right? If you could really cultivate a positive mindset and being able to go to the mindfulness programs that essentially that you just deliver for free. So if you go on to YouTube page, Live Well with Dr. Mel, she offers a lot of YouTube videos, and we have Blissful Beings TV that you could subscribe to, and we offer yoga classes, mindfulness practices, and a lot of meditations that you can really cultivate the calmness that is really a key to living a more blissful life. And we really appreciate and send gratitude to everyone that is looking to empower themselves in living a more blissful life. And, you know, we just feel propelled to share everything that we've learned in our lives because it's really helped us cultivate more blissful life. And 100%. It's a passion of ours to do that for others and give these tools to others. And we, you know, I will thank you in advance for liking, subscribing, and following our channel. And I really truly hope everyone cultivates calmness in their life, because even if it's just the small moments of like how this morning could have went a whole different direction. You could be on the way to the hospital. You could be like, you know, and it's just like embrace the calm. Right. Because really we are the creators of our lives, and we create those moments of stress. We create high intense moments that it's just nice to have less of.
Yes. And also it's a practice.
It's an ongoing practice.
You first practice in these meditation techniques that we share on Blissful Beings TV, as well as on my YouTube channel at Live Well with Dr. Mel. You do it as a daily practice in these meditative techniques. And then when you really start to master it is when you bring it into your everyday life. You take the techniques, the breath work, and then you learn how to use it throughout your reality. And then it calms your experiences. It enhances your future, because when you're calm, you're able to handle more challenges, and it allows you to grow and cultivate a life of more bliss.
Yes. Thank you guys so much for tuning into this episode. If this episode resonated with you, please like, subscribe, share it with a friend. It means a lot to us. The more people we reach, the more people we can help. Thank you, and stay blessed.